Alright class, we're going to be drawing this symbol with our AutoCAD system today. I'm calling this atomic symbol. You'll find it in your Google Classroom under additional drawing problems. Now, I'm analyzing this drawing. I'm looking at the shape, of course, but I'm also then looking at dimensions. And I see some angled ellipses. Essentially is what we're looking at. I'm seeing some radius dimensions given, radius 10. I'm seeing a diameter dimension given, a diameter 14. I'm seeing an offset here. I'll find the difference there, and that will be my offset. So I want to see, where do I start first? Well, the first place I can start is with a vertical ellipse. I don't know what this angle is. I don't know what this angle is. However, using our AutoCAD commands, we can determine how best to position this. That should line up perfectly. As I look at this, I see symmetry. I see that all of these angles are the same. So I'm seeing the possibility of a potential polar array of this one item. If I draw this vertically, then that's my thought process. So first goal, create this shape alone. Locate this circle. Polar array, trim, dimension, and let's see where we stand. So I've got my AutoCAD open. First thing I want to do, I want to check my units. Everything's fine there. I want to check my object snaps. Everything's fine there. I want to move this with a UCS icon of no origin, and that places it here in the corner. Now, as I'm reviewing this, I see some dimensions, but I'm going to have to look at these dimensions right here in order to determine exactly what I'm dealing with. So I need an ellipse with a major axis from the center of 82 and a minor axis from the center of 30. So I'm looking at 82 and 30. Now as I draw, but I'm going to go vertical with it. Vertical is easy to find. So I want to look at my ellipse. I want to go with, I believe it's this one. No, it's this one. I want to start from the center. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to go vertical, 82, enter, 30 is my next dimension, 30, enter. Now, as I look at the drawing again, I see that here 76 from 82 leaves 6. So that measures 6, that offset there, and I want to confirm it here. I have an offset of 6 here, so I'm going to go back to my drawing and I'm going to use the offset command, 6, enter, click, and I'm going to pull inward. Now I'm going to go back to the image. I want to locate this circle. From the center, it's 60. Vertically, I might want to do this. I'm thinking I want to set up a center point for this ellipse that I've drawn. So I'm going to offset this outside half of 6. I'm going to offset it 3, then come up 60. And where that intersection is, I'm going to draw a diameter 14 circle, then a radius 10 and trim. Alright, so I'm going to offset 3. For the sake of discussion, I'm just going to change the color of that and call it my center line. Now I'm going to come up. Computer locked. There it is. I'm going to come up 60 and then across, and at my intersection I'm going to draw a diameter, let's go radius 10. Now let's get a diameter circle of 14. Make sure I'm on my center point at intersection 14. All right, now I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to trim, TR, enter, enter. I'm going to get rid of this. Now, I'm going to polar array. I'm going to attempt a polar array. I think that looks good. However, I need to, once you polar array an item, you have to explode it in order to trim. Now I'm going to trim. So I'm going to come back up here. That which I trimmed already needs to be retrimmed. I'm not going to trim those intersections yet until I clean up around these. Let me check that picture again. I see something. I think I made a mistake. I'm going to pause and correct that. I've got too many balls within my circle. So let's see. Can I avoid backtracking? I need this one, and this one. So that means I need to get rid of this. Let's do it this way. Delete, 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 delete. I need to reconnect that. Delete, delete, delete. Let's see if I can reconnect this. Highlight. I can't do it that way. Let's think. Okay. Okay, so I have trimmed out that inside line. Now I'm going to see if I can attach. I'm going to highlight this. With this arrow, I can grab it and reconnect. That worked. Now I want to offset. I want to join that. Join. There we are. Now I want to offset 6 to the inside. So those circles are now right. Yes. So now I can trim. I want to look at the image again. So none are overlapping. They're all just trimmed at the intersection. So I need to trim them all out so that they reflect that. That works better if you just click and drag. Just be careful as you do it that you don't trim something you want to keep. Now that looks good. Now the test. Let's get some dimensions here. From center point to circle center should be 60. Center to edge 82. Center to edge 30. And so forth. So 60, 82, and 30. I get a linear. Touch this. Now, let's show you a little cheat on this. My decimal points are set to four decimals. I'm 7 thousandths from being 17 thousandths from being perfect. If our tolerance margins are set, which we do not have set, then this would be acceptable. How do we get this to read? We need to actually go to, if we go to 2 decimal points, it should be perfect. So we're going to adjust with our annotation section. Pull up the Style Manager, hit Modify. Primary units we're setting to 2 decimal points. We need to increase the size of the text, so I'm going to go to, let's say, 5. I'm going to set the symbols and arrows at 5. And then I'm going to go to lines, and I'm going to dimension beyond the line of 1, and then offset, I'm going to say 3. And then I'm going to say OK. Look at there. So we're at 60.00. Our arrows are, our numbers are readable. Arrows fine. Now let's look at the image again. We're going to go 82 for a length on the major axis and then 30 for the minor axis. So let's go back to Home, Linear, Major Axis. From here, excuse me, we're going to have to go Aligned on our dimension. Take our ortho mode off. 82 is correct. Aligned again. 30 is correct. Then let's do a radius. Excuse me, that should be diameter. Let's do the radius here. Radius of 10. Change to diameter. Or as the British would say, diameter. And we're going to call this atomic symbol. Let's insert some text, multi-line. Let's go with that. Let's call it atomic, all caps.